ask, I think we have both the mayor of Morristown, Tim Doherty here, and Jeff Grazel from the township. Could you both come up together and let's do a unified description?
Well, as the host mayor, I will give it to Jeff first to speak.
Very good. Mackie, I love the analogy you gave of handing off the baton. It's a wonderful analogy. I ran track in high school too, and I might steal that from you in the future. But it is very true that we are all taking the baton from Steve Wiley on so many things that are in our community all around us that Steve started for us, and we're taking and we're carrying on and making better and growing the community and handing off to the next generation. I'm just very happy to be here, happy to have the community out with us today in this beautiful library that we share amongst the two communities. Steve Wiley was a community builder. He brought Morristown and Morris Township together. We are two different names, but we are, I always say, one community. We live together, we work together, we operate together, we go to the library together, and it's great to see everybody out here coming together for one beautiful purpose, one beautiful day, one beautiful man. Thank you.
So just a couple things, I'll keep it very brief. One, I would like to recognize Dr. Jameson as she's sitting here. And I know from past experience, don't start naming people because there's way too many people in this audience and I'll offend someone. I'm just going to do two brief things. One is just pause for a second, as Stu put it in my head before this ceremony started. What would Morristown and Morris Township be like if that didn't happen 50 years ago? And when you think about it, really, what would it be like if we didn't have that merger? So how important was that merger? Extremely important, as the mayor just said, for one community. However, I have a brief Steve Wiley story, very brief. As I became a councilman in 2001, I really didn't know Mr. Wiley. Heard about him, saw him many times dressed like that, not in the suit as everybody says. He was always in an impeccable suit. I remember him with the hat, flannel shirt, maybe a jacket, strolling around, that type of thing. Well, back in 2001, we didn't have cell phones. At least I didn't have a cell phone. So the phone rang, and my wife goes, "It's Mr. Steve Wiley." I'm like, why is he calling me? Right? Yes, sir? Okay, you got a vote coming up on the council for the library. You're going to give him the money. Are we good? And I was just like on the phone, yeah, I guess. I'm like, and all I could think of was Mayor Jay Delaney was in office at the time, and Jay probably went to Steve, well, you'll have to lobby all the council for that amount of money to make sure they get the votes. And I heard, just walking around a little bit tonight, how tenacious he was in fundraising. So he was, and that was my experience with Mr. Wiley. And I was a yes vote for that money for the library. And I had my assistant trying to find what it was back in 2001 or 2002, and that was really my only interaction with him in a very short period of time. But obviously, we all know about the school merger and how influential he was in Morristown and the surrounding towns. So it is an honor for me to be up here just to say a few words, and grateful to the library to host this amazing likeness in this statue. It really is amazing, and what our superintendent echo his words of what Steve Wiley has meant to our community and continues to mean to our community. So thank you all for coming and showing your respect to the family. Have a great evening.